Hello YouTube, Andrew here from Second Tick NZ. Got another watch lot today. Bought an entire collection off a guy. Paid $1,500, New Zealand dollars that is. There's some good stuff, there's some junk. One very special watch in particular, but there's a few really nice pieces. Let's get into it. On the wrist today, recent pickup for me, a Tag Heuer SEL chronograph, quartz chronograph. I picked that up for 425 New Zealand dollars. Absolute bargain. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but yeah, really enjoying this. Never liked the look of these until I had one in my hands. That bracelet is the most comfortable bracelet I've ever had on my wrist. Gorgeous watch. Anyway, let's start with the first box. This is not all of them. There is 4 watch boxes in total. So on the end, got just a little loris. It needs a bit of cleaning and all that. Got a bit of corrosion. Date works. Can we pull it all the way out? There we go, hands work. Yeah, that corrosion around the case back's a bit not too flash, but still, loris is always sell fast. I've had a quick look through this, but I haven't looked at everything in detail. Just get a cloth to wipe this off a bit. Chrono Star. Big bracelet. Cool design. I don't think it's anything particularly valuable, just by the feel of it and looking at that clasp. It's probably a China watch. Feel it's some sort of chronograph. It might be digital in behind there. To try a battery in it and see what it does. That's probably going to be $40 or $50, that one. Get it back in there. Okay, next. What is this? Jaragar? They are actually hands on there, so it is a chrono. Oh, it's a automatic. So that's the bezel. Bezel rotates. There we go, just firing up. Okay, 24-hour dial. So that's date. So what is don't know what that's supposed to do. Do some looking into this one. I don't think it's anything particularly special, but you know, it's an automatic watch. It's probably at least $50. Right, I've had one of these before. This is like a digital, so you press the button and it shows the time and date. think I sold it for $30 or something like that, so we know what that's worth. Scone. Just a cheapy fake chronograph. That'll be $20, that one. Right, this is cheap and rough. Yeah, all those heaps of corrosion around the band and all that. Just base metal, nickel plated base metal. So that will probably be just a junk drawer. So that's just a cheap quartz dress watch. Hands move. Yeah, I don't know if I'll bother doing anything with that one. If anything, it'll be $20. Infantry. Another quartz. Hong Kong. That stretch bracelet has to go. That is the cheapest, worst feeling stretch bracelet I've ever seen. That'll be probably a $30, $40 watch with a new strap on it. Right, to this is automatic. Just a China automatic skeleton. Works, nothing special there. Again, probably $40, something like that. This is pretending to be a chronograph. Probably won't even bother selling that one, to be honest. I hate those fake chronograph dials. Chill quartz. Bit of a clean up, new battery, that'll be probably $30. Red line, this is an actual chronograph. Red line seems to be a half decent. Mineral, crystal, quartz movement, Japan made. Yeah, I have seen these red lines before actually. Yeah, there's a date down there. Cool. Oh, that's probably $80 with a new battery in it. Bit of a clean up. Maybe a little bit more, but realistically, like quartz chronographs, I can normally get about $80 for them. And then this looks exactly like a Fossil Architect I had a while back. Jeez, it's grubby. George. There's quite a bit of corrosion on the hands there. I think that'll be nothing, to be fair. At best, it'll be a $20 watch. And then also we have this nice case that came with them, which always happy to get more watch boxes. That is box one, nothing terribly exciting. Let's move on to box number two. Alright. Now there's two fake watches in this box. Watch number one, Casio Tough Solar. Seems to be working. It's in okay shape. A little bit of scratching, but not too bad. This is an AW590. I normally get sort of $50 to $70 for those. Fake number one, Rolex Submariner fake. I don't sell fakes, so it's actually a really well made watch, really heavy. It looks like a Seiko movement. I've actually opened this up just to double check. It looks like a Seiko movement inside of it. Right, this one looks to be a project. This is a Lord Matic. And we're missing the hour, we're missing the minutes and seconds hand on that. Bracelet. I don't think that's the original bracelet. No, it's not. This is a 5606 7190. So I'll put that into my project pile. Rescue that one day. Right. We have a Seiko 5, gold tone, original bracelet. This is a 7009 movement. 7009 3050. Got a few scratches in the crystal. Bit of wear to the plating, but it's not too bad. Got quite a wearable watch. I don't think these have hand winding from memory, so I'm just going to give this a bit of a shake up. And it's ticking away. So that one runs. Dial, yeah, it doesn't look like it's a replica. Dial looks fine. So day doesn't want to change. Might be a little problem there. I have a bit of a play around with it. If there is a problem with the date wheel, it's also silver and white, so someone might have been in there previously. If it's all working as it should, I'll probably get 100 to 120. Being gold tone actually hurts it a little bit. Gold plated. Right, next up we have, this is a cool one. I don't know if this is the original bracelet. Oh, this is a Spidell bracelet. But it suits the watch nicely. What have we got on here? We have a 7009 again. White dial with applied indices. Plastic crystal that could use a polish. Bit of a noisy rotor. Let's see if it wants to run. Yeah, it seems to be running. See if that date wants to flick over properly. There it goes. Looks like it's not quite. A bit funky going on with the date on that one again. Again, this is, you know, if everything's working properly, if I can figure that out, it's $120 probably, maybe $150 with that nicer dial and being stainless steel. Right, this one, nice blue dial by the looks of it. Exhibition case back, original bracelet. This is a 7S260440. Looks like someone's put an extension link on it. And this one should have hand winding, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't feel like it though. Dial's got the correct printing, so it looks original. Seems to be running. Date works. Looks to be all good. I'll chuck it on the time grapher to double check, but it should be about 150 bucks probably. That's a good one. Alright, Seiko quartz. Crystal's got a few scratches, but it's not too bad. Probably get rid of that stretch bracelet and put it on leather. Oh. And it works, just got a low battery. Chuck a new battery in it. Should be $60 to $80 on that. Alright, Seiko Kinetic. Second hand has come off. That will be the original bracelet by the looks of it. It's integrated. We got 5M62. These always need a capacitor. That second hand looks like it's a bit bent, so I'm going to have to straighten that out. So pull it apart, get that second hand out, straighten it, put it back on, put a new capacitor on it, and it should be around $150 most likely for that one. So not too bad. Right, this, not the original bracelet. Got a quartz chronograph. See if the hands will move, they will. Rotating bezel. Crystal's actually in decent shape, it's got a couple of scratches. 7T42. That'll be the alarm down there, and the chronograph. See if that works. I don't have the greatest luck with older Seiko chronographs, but if it does work, it's probably 150 to 200 bucks. Alright, this is a fake Seiko, so we don't need to say much about that. That'll go in the bin. Alright. Citizen Eco Drive. Well, that's original bracelet. I will have to probably chuck a capacitor in that one to see. Hopefully it's not one of those ones that has to go in through the front, but with a new capacitor in it, I should be able to get 150 bucks for that. It's in decent shape. Nice looking watch. And this is another Citizen. What do we got here? Can't quite read it. Might need to grab my loop wherever I've put it. There it is. $6,850. Needs a spring bar. Bezel rotates. What is that? Calendar. Looks like it's a calendar function. That's interesting. Try a battery in this one, see if it works. Bracelet is not original by the looks of it. So we might just chuck a leather strap on it so it doesn't. The thing with bracelets, if they don't match up to the lugs properly, they just look horrible. So hopefully that one fires up. That'll probably be another sort of $150 watch if it does. That is box number 2, getting better. Right, got a couple of loose ones here, so let's see what we got. Got a citizen box. So we've got a few ladies' watches in here. Doesn't look like anything special. Takes a wine though. Elite, that's $20 at most. Ladies Doxer. Not running. Not cold, nah, plated. It's just a cheapy $20 watch. And what is this? Halfus. It's running. Stainless steel case back, so it won't be gold. What does that say? Let's get my loop out for a second. HAS 9CT. I might need to check that bracelet out. That bracelet has the potential to be 9 karat gold. Unless that HAS means something. Someone can let me know in the comments. I can't see any wear marks. Might double. There might be a little bit of a wear on there that we can tell if the case is definitely plated. So that is confirmed. This bracelet though, I might have to check if that's 9 karat gold. It could be a good score. It won't be a huge amount of money, but might be $100 or $200 or something. Definitely keep that aside. Always got to check. I don't think this stretchy bracelet will be gold. Spidell stretchy bracelet. And right, what have we got in here? This doesn't look like anything exciting. Shark, $20. Slazenger, $20. Shark, $20. The dial's discoloured though, so that might have had a battery leak. Slazenger, $20. Slazenger, $20. And Slazenger, $20. Nothing exciting there. Let's put those to the side. Right. Box number 3. Where should we start? Let's start here. This is a Michael Hill Jewelers. That's a New Zealand jewellery company. They have their own watch line. They are usually very well made watches, usually using Seiko movements inside. This one is a chronograph. It's got no marking on the dial, which is interesting. Integrated bracelet's nice. I feel like it should have had a ring around that subdial as well. Hands move. Yeah. It's probably going to be like $80 again, maybe $100. Just the fact that the dial, I feel like it should say Michael Hill on it somewhere and it doesn't. Right, got a nice Casio here. Very nice Casio. MTP E131. Nice long bracelet on it. I might be able to get $70 for that one, but easy 50. Okay. Clinton. There's this. Okay, there we go. 1970s automatic. See if it takes a wind. Trying to run. Yeah, stops and starts, so that one's going to be a non-runner. Put that in my project drawer. Right, rotary automatic. 21 joules. Crystal needs a little bit of a polish, but that's easy enough. Fires, oh, we've got a crack in the crystal. That could be a pain to find. If I can find that crystal, probably put a leather strap on it, and it might be 120 bucks maybe. Right, what have we got? Citizen Crystal 7 day date. That dial is rough. I know these have a bit of value, but that dial is just rough. Seems to be running okay. There we go, calendar swaps over. jewel 7. Must be 27 jewel movement maybe. The case back say 4-520457, doesn't have a movement number. That bracelet has to go, that's horrible. Leather strap is going to need a... Might be able to polish that crystal up, I don't think it's cracked. Check that it's running properly. And I'll have to research that one. Let me know what you guys think it's worth in the comments. I think once it's got a new crystal on it, it'll look a lot better, but that dial is a bit rough. Right, Orient. On an Orient bracelet. Don't think that bracelet's original to the watch though. Has this got hand winding? Crystal's clean. Well, not too scratched up. Probably give it a polish anyway. Ticking away as it should. It's in pretty good shape, this watch. Probably a 70s Orient. It's probably worth around $150, I would say. Love that little red pointer on the seconds hand. That's cool. That's a nice little detail. So that's a good one. I'm a bit iffy on this. I don't think this is real. I don't know enough about Roma as a brand, but this doesn't look right to me. So this might be another fake. It is a hand winding movement. But it looks modern. I don't know if like some Chinese brand bought the Roma name. Yeah, that just doesn't look right to me. On the other hand, this one does look right. Vintage Roma Vanguard. A stretchy bracelet. Needs a crystal, that's easy. Taking a wind and off it goes. No date, just a basic stainless steel watch, probably 36mm. Screw down case back. That's nice. Chucking your crystal in that. It's actually nickel plated brass by the looks of it. Got a bit of wear around the crown there. No, that's a good one. That's probably like $80. Right, a nice vintage Citizen. No, this is not a Citizen, this is a fake Citizen. It says made in Mexico. Interesting. Curious to see what movement's inside this. There's a hand winding movement. No, 24th of the 6th, 1980, Craig Rogers. C25CX. I'll do some research on this, and this, you know, it actually looks 80s too. Look at the print on the dial. Did Citizen make watches in Mexico? Let me know. Seems to be running good. Okay, that is box number 3. Some hits and misses in there. Right. Box number 4. This is where all the heavy hitters are. So let's start here. An Exactus. Automatic. Day date. Winds up, seems to be running nice. What do we got on the back? Swiss made. Can't quite read the back there. Water protected, Inca block, automatic, stainless steel back, Swiss made. And the case is actually in very good shape. It's plated, there's a little bit of wear on the edges, but it's in very nice shape. You can hear the rotor twirling around in there. Probably like a 33 or 34 mil maybe. Gonna say 60s design. Probably not a huge amount of value, might be like 100 to 150 is gonna be my estimate on that one. I'll need to do a little bit more research though, just in case. Right, next up we have Bolivar Accutron, and as you can see it is working as it should. A stretchy bracelet on it, and we got a date of N0, I think that's 1970. The dial does have bit of wear. I don't know if it comes up on camera, or a bit of fading or whatever sort of at the bottom half of the dial. But the watch itself is in great shape and keeping perfect time. I will probably ask 500 for this and see what offers I get. I'd love to hold on to it, but I've got enough churning fork movements in the collection already, and I do need to make some money back off this lot to, you know, get close to break even as quickly as possible. Alright, this one is another below the Accutron. This is N6, that might be 1976. It is gold plated and also running perfectly. Time's a little bit fast. Again, this will probably be $400 to $500, somewhere around there. That's, you know, where most of my money should be coming from is those two. We'll come back to this one. Right, this is a Anycar Star Automatic. It's got some damage on the dial. See if it wants to take a wind. Okay, it takes a wind, it's running. It's gold plated, it has got a bit of wear to the plating. Probably try and get $100 out of it. It is an automatic, so there is that. It's in any car. We'll see. I have to put them all on the time grapher as well and see how they run. Right, what do we got here? Mascot. Just a two-hander. Stainless steel back, so yeah, it's a plated case again. Base metal plated case, probably 60s or 70s. Ticking away. It's probably only going to be like a $60 watch, something like that. Alright, another one of the heavy hitters. This is a Seiko Lordmatic. I do need to research this. I don't know what it's 100% what it's worth right now, but it is running. It is on a original Seiko bracelet. Really cool case design, like chunky, so that TV case type thing going. Day-date. I'm picking it's going to be worth at least $300, but I need to do some research on this one just to confirm. Seiko Grand Quartz. Again, it's working perfectly, ticking away, keeping good time. It's got that stunning like gold dust dial. It is a gold plated case. I have had a bit of a look at this one. I've been doing a bit of research on this one. As you can see, there is some corrosion around the back of the case, which is a bit of a shame, especially on these edges. And a bit of wear to the plating around the, hopefully that's focusing, might be a bit better. Bit of wear to the plating. I'm not sure how to price this one. I'm thinking I'm going to try for 400. I think that might be a bit high. I think I'll end up getting maybe 300, maybe even 200. I don't know, but it's harder to go up than it is to go down, right? So hopefully that will again be a bit of a chunk of the money back. So that's a good one. Right, this one I need to do some research on. It doesn't appear to be running. Favre Luber Geneve Geomatic, Swiss made. I haven't heard of this brand before. The watch itself is in really nice condition. Needs a new strap. I do like that dial. It's like wanting to run but not quite. So I need to do some research on that one. Needs a crystal. It's going to need a service. Right, magnet. This is a Lovely old vintage piece. Look how slim that case is. Probably 33mm. Ticking away. I'll make sure it is running as it should. It does need a crystal. I love the patina on the dial on that. That's super cool. It's probably going to need a strap, but the strap's looking pretty beat. Sort of suits the watch though. They're not worth a whole ton. These probably like $50. Nothing crazy. Right, and for me the whole goal is to obviously make a little bit of money, but this vintage PS chronograph, if I could pay for this whole lot out of the sales and a little bit left over and end up with this 1940s PS chronograph, I'm happy. This thing is beautiful. Now it doesn't run. It is going to need to be gone through and serviced, and the pusher is snapped off, that bottom pusher. So my first port of call is going to be to try and find a pusher. If anyone has any hints on where to find one, please let me know in the comments. Once I find that, then I will look into getting this serviced. I imagine it's going to cost a small fortune, but these do have a bit of value. Not like insane value, but it's probably, you know, a $2,000 watch. Once it's fixed up, to fix it up might cost over $1,000. So it's worth doing, but it's not at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know what I could sell this for as it is, but I'd rather I'd rather get it restored and enjoy it for a while. I think that is just an absolutely stunning watch. Quite small, it's like 33mm maybe. But yeah, so cool. Yeah, that is everything from this collection. Probably won't do quite as well as I initially hoped. There was a few that, you know, in the pictures they looked okay, but when you see them in reality, they're obviously not. Like that Citizen, that's something funky going on there. Like that Roma, there's something funky going on there. But there's enough good pieces that I can easily get my money back out of it. Hopefully a little bit extra with all the other stuff, and have a few projects probably for down the pipeline, and if all goes well, end up with a nice PS chronograph for the collection. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to subscribe, it really helps me out, and we will see you in the next one.